In this video, we are going to learn how to remove duplicates from a sorted array. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I'm posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation in any ways, I will be happy. I have created a playlist, Python interview questions 51 to 100, and I will be tagging this video to that playlist. Now let's see the sample input data and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a sorted array and we are asked to remove the duplicates in place such that each unique elements appear only once. The relative order of the element should be kept the same. Return the number of unique elements in nums. That's what is asked for. So here, if you are given an array like 1, 1, 2, and they are asked to find the distinct elements, right? So you can simply say set of nums. It will give you the distinct elements. If you want to find the count, you can simply say length of that set will give you the count of distinct elements. But in the question, they're asked to work as in place. That means we should perform any operation or transformation directly on the given structure without requiring additional space. So we are asked to change the array num such that the first k elements of the nums contain the unique elements in the order they were present in the nums initially. The remaining elements of nums are not important, as well as the size of the nums. Now, if you change this, the end output, the final output has to be 1, 2, and then whatever happens after this unique, we are not going to bother about it, right? But the output, we have to say 2 distinct elements. If you have a bigger array, right? For example, if you are given a nums equal to an array with lot of duplicates, right? So the final array should be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So 5 distinct elements, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes till here. After this, whatever exists, it can come as such, and the output has to be 5, right? When you check on the array at the end, it should be like this, and then the count has to be the distinct of elements. So this is what is asked for. So we can't directly say set and length, kind of a simple logic. Okay, so what can we do now? Let's take this and we go for a normal looping logic. Diff grow with data. We have nums as input. First thing is we check if the input array is going to be blank. Right? If not nums, then return 0. So we address the edge case first, and then we are going to create a variable just to store the distinct of elements, but we are not going to do anything with the nums. Nums we are going to overwrite and we are going to bring in this structure, but the set is to just store the distinct elements for our reference. And then we have a result which stores the distinct number of elements. Say for num in nums. So we are going through every element. Say if not num in check. So check is the set variable we declare, right? If every element is not in this, we can pass for now. We can write what has to be done. And then once this loop is done, we have to return the result. So what has to be done here? So if you find an element which is not in the set, then we just say that set dot add that element. If it's an array, a list, we can say that list dot append. If it's a set, then we say set dot add. Okay. Now we just say the input array of whatever the index value we store, right? So the distinct of value. So we just say you go to that position and then replace that with the nums, which is a distinct, which is not in the set. And then we just say the result equal to increment by 1. If you call the function now, it will just show 2. If I want to see what happens to that array, I can say print the input array, and then you see. So you see 1, 2, and then whatever comes after this. If I want to see the exact distinct, then I say distinct is, I simply say nums of whatever the result. So if I use that number of distinct, then it will give me the distinct of array. If I want to give that longer one, right, say nums equal to this, then if you see the whole array, the first elements are going to be distinct, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever exists remains the same. If I want to see the distinct of elements, then I just cut short using the result variable, and I get only the exact distinct values. So here we are using set, and the set is going to store the element every time it finds it's a new one, right? And we compare that, check, and make sure every time when you read the element, it's a new one. If not, you can just ignore, right? If it's distinct, add. If not, just ignore and go on the loop. Can we do something without using the set? If you know how to go with the index position of an array, right, then it's easy to do that even without the set. Let's see how to do that. Let's get the code and see what are things we can change. So this one's edge case. We are not going to change anything, and we don't want the set, and we have the result here, and it just, instead of getting all the elements one by one, we just get the index value. Okay, it's j in range. We start with 1 and then till the length of the input array. Now we just say if that element, directly we got the element in the previous process. Now we just say if the nums of that index position, right, is not equal to the nums of the result which we have here, right, that position, that index position. If that index position and the current element we are reading is not, then we bring in the result here, and we don't need the set increment, and then you say nums of result equal to the nums of j. Now we can say the nums is going to change and the distinct element is going to be the result plus 1, because we start with 0 and then here it starts with 1. So the first element is already added. So we just say result equal to result plus 1. Now if you see, we have the whole array got changed, and then if you want the distinct part of it, we just get the nums of result plus 1. The previous one, we just say the result because we just start with 0 and we read from the 0th position. But here we start with 0, but we read from the first position, so that to make sure you make up the number of elements, we make sure you say result plus 1. So we cover up from the 0th element till the end. If you want to see the code, then you can go to the YouTube channel, Grow with Data. Let me save it. Okay. So you go to the YouTube channel, Grow with Data. This video will be in the playlist, Python interview questions 51 to 100. The Tamil version will be in Tamil Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you go to the playlist, the description part, you have the GitHub link, which will take you to the code page for that video. This one is the 70th video. And if you go here, we find the first process where we use the set, and the second one where we directly take the index position and read the elements from that index position. So if you want to join the WhatsApp channel, then you have the link here. You can use this and join the Grow with Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.